The first colonial masters we have in Nigeria are the Fulani. I repeat, the first colonial masters we have in Nigeria before the British, before the Portuguese came to colonize this mere geographical expression. The first colonial masters we have in Nigeria are the Fulani. The Fulani did not start today. Since the 1800s or even beyond that, they have been moving from territory to territory, waging war, killing and dominating people and their lands. That's how they conquered Fulani. 1840, the Fulani tried to conquer Osogbo. 1840. Tell you how long these people have been pushing that their agenda of moving from one territory to another to conquer people and their lands. And some people think that in this 21st century, that it is not possible, even under your democracy. You can see Fulanis are killing, and most of them are going scot-free. Under your democracy, Boko Haram go kill, terrorists go kill. They go say they will rehabilitate them. And when they finish rehabilitating them, they will put them in the Nigerian army. Terrorists. That's the Fulani. You think that what they did to Ilorin in the 1800s, they will not be able to repeat it. If we all sit down and look at them, open our eyes and look at them, they will repeat it. Fulani has taken charge of the government of Nigeria. Have you seen Tinubu speak against the killings in Enugu? Have you heard of Tinubu speak against the killing in Bokos, in Jos, in Benue State? But Tinubu spoke against the killing of those Northerners in Uromi, Edo State. To tell you the influence these Fulani have. There's something that they are doing that other tribes are not doing. Look at Governor of Abia State. You are focused on state of origin. While the Fulani, they are busy pushing their agenda of dominating your lands. You see, in Enugu State now, some people will be afraid. People will be leaving their ancestral lands. They will leave those areas and look for better places. Now you have abdicated or you have left your land for Fulanis to now dwell. So they come and they put fear in you. You run away from your father's land, and they are now there. They put out settlements. So the Fulanis tried to capture Osogbo in 1840, but they failed. I want to show you the system these Fulanis are using in conquering people and their land. Because the governor of Enugu State, you have not said anything about the killings in Ehamufu, and you are the chief security officer of that state. I don't understand. Somebody make me understand. The governor of Enugu State, Fulani herders, I don't know, from Boko Haram, they metamorphose into Iswap, into Lakorawa, into bandits. Now Fulani herdsmen. No, they wanted to turn it to hunters. In whatever guise, the Fulani are killing our people in Enugu State. And the governor, who is the chief security officer of that state, have not come out to put out a statement. There are videos, there are pictures, of which I cannot post on YouTube, of people being killed. Then the police will come and tell us that fake news. I don't know if any other tribe would try what the Fulanis are doing in this 21st century. What would have been the outrage? Look at the 16 Northerners that were killed, young justice, which I'm against. Look at the outrage from the north. Both governors, both political leaders, both riffraff, everybody, religious leaders, they went gaga. They were even threatening the president, giving the president ultimatum that those people must be arrested and capital punishment. And if you know the Fulani, they don't forgive, they don't forget. See, like I said in one of my videos, X will cancel X. What the Fulani understand is if they bring X to you, you bring X squared. Use X squared to cancel their X. That is what they understand. So if you show them weakness, they will never stop at revenging, and they will do much more. So in this 21st century, how can the Fulani commit crimes in Nigeria and it is a repeated thing? Look at what is happening in Bokos. The media houses are saying 52, death toll rises to 100. This, the same Fulani repeatedly, from Jonathan to Buhari, from Buhari to Tinubu, this almost 20 years. Almost 20 years. Let's say 15 years. Consistently, these people have been killing. This particular tribe have been killing, but yet they seem untouchable. This is 21st century. 21st century. They are in the government. They are in the army. You see, they are making the army unattractive for Southerners. When you see army recruitment, Southerners are unwilling to join the army because of these things they hear. You catch Boko Haram, you say they are going through a program. Our prisons gone that should be correctional centers. People go to prisons. You have not been able to correct people with the prison system. You are telling us that hardened criminals that are killing for blood, you are able to rehabilitate them. And you bring them into the society. Some of them you give them jobs. Some of them you put them in the army. And when Southerners hear this report, how many Southerners would be willing to join the force? So we have been discouraged to join the army, and the army is now filled with these Northerners and these Fulanis. The only saving grace we have are the middle belt. Some of the middle belt that are joining the army, some of the Hausa people that are not pro Arewa that are also in the army. If not, the Fulani will run rogue in this country. Somebody was arrested. Zamfara state governor said somebody was arrested for kidnapping and killing. The person said that somebody in Abuja, someone in Abuja will bail him, and it happened. And they are afraid to call the names of these people to tell you that there's a siege. I repeat, have you seen anywhere Tinubu talk about the killings in Mufu? Or even Fulani, anything? Do you see Tinubu dabble it in anything called Fulani? Okay. The ones in Jos, Benue, maybe if he doesn't like Igbo people, the ones in Jos, Benue, the ones in Ondo State. Have you seen the governor of Ondo come out to talk against the killings of the Fulani? You see Edo State governor carry himself, go to beg Kano State people. While the same people from the north have been killing his people for a very long time. Those ones see it as a normal thing. That is a master-slave mentality in this 21st century. So if you think that what the Fulani replicated with Ilorin years ago, the 1800s, they cannot replicate it now, you are dreaming. Because that is the system these colonial masters are using. The Fulani wants to show that they are a superior tribe, and they lord it over everybody using the Hausa population. And one thing the only thing that will stop the Fulani is the Hausa people and the middle belt. You see that middle belt? The southeast should be thanking their God. The south, the southeast should be thanking their God. The middle belt. The middle belt, they are this stumbling block to this Fulani. These Fulani have taken over the Hausa communities. They are their Lord and personal Savior. That middle belt is a stumbling block to the Fulani. The Fulani would, if they can break, that's where Uthman Danfodio, his head was cut off. That plateau, just the Benue, all those ones. If they can break that resistance, they will get into the southeast. And this is the kind of leaders, the kind of governors we see up and down. This is the kind of leaders and governors. And the most surprising thing is that when they fought the Oshogbo War, when the Fulani fought the Oshogbo sought help from Ibadan. When they had to capture, let me read. The Fulani tried to conquer Oshogbo like they did to Ilorin but failed. After the Fulanis systematically captured and made Ilorin their territory. See the word systematically. Some of us will sit down, I don't know what to say. We are here, people are systematically taking our lands and heritage, and we feel all is fine. Cool guys, cool people. Systematically, they are taking over our forests, and they are consistent and determined, and they are stamping their feet. They are not afraid of death. They are not afraid of anything. They know that we have weak population, weak societies. They know that if they can control our leaders, they can control anything. Look at, because I'm particular about Enugu State Governor. When Samanekpa was there, the Enugu State Governor was doing one press conference from here to another, was jumping up and down, left, right, and center, saying this, Samanekpa, this. When Samanekpa was there, we didn't have this news of this kind of killing repeatedly, like continuously. Every day somebody must die. Every day somebody must die in that Enugu State. But the governor was active against the Samanekpa. But now Samanekpa is incarcerated, is no more functional. Governor The killings have started now. Do something. The governor is quiet. And you think we are fools. We don't know what we're saying. The governor is not saying anything. You are a chief security, just like the head of the house. Some people come to attack your family in your presence, and you are saying nothing. That day you lose respect of your headship of that home. You are the chief security officer of that state, Enugu state, and these things are happening. You keep silent. That's why I suspect Okpebolo. You see that court victory is connected to his going to beg the northern governors. That is my speculation. Journalists can speculate, so look at it from that angle. I think maybe his victory may be tied to his court victory may be tied to how he handled the Uromi case. If not, they may have used the court against him, and maybe another story. That is how weak leadership in the southern part of Nigeria is. The Ondo State governor, we have not heard of you. You have not spoken about the killings of the farmers. Are these lives not precious? Are these lives not precious? In the same country, we call one Nigeria. One Nigeria. Some people have the right to kill in a part of that one Nigeria. Justice, fairness, and equity. Some people have the right to kill. Some people have the right to carry guns. Some people seem to be untouchable. They go to farmlands. There are videos of cows eating people's crops, and the security agencies are there looking. I understand that, you see, South Africa is big. I understand that the security agencies cannot be able to contain the menace of these guys, because only God knows the kind of people where Buhari and El-Rufai import 2015. Look at it critically and systematically. This Fulani issue started 2015 in a whole scale. Buhari, these are the introducers of this menace called Fulani Herdsmen. We know how Mieti Allah was. They were moving as if the Mieti Allah president was the prime minister of Nigeria under Buhari. The way he was moving, and with convoy and everything, and he has a kingdom and whatever. The way the Minister of Interior under a Buhari government, as reported, gave them 100 billion naira so that they can stop killings. I have not seen the complicity of a government like that. Give them 100 billion naira so that they can stop killings. Somebody should make me understand this. So this is the reality. If we don't put our hands together and make sure that we solidify our I don't know how to put it. Make sure that we mend our fences and be vigilant so that this Fulani will not come and take over what is dear to us. In this democracy with your constitution, where Sharia is inside, don't you know that there's Sharia, there's provision of Sharia in your constitution? Don't you know that the constitution is faulty? And many have said that the only way that we can have a better society is to work on that constitution that has been put out by these Fulani people. So if you think that they don't see any possibility, there's no possibility that the Fulani will dominate our lands, and you are there seated. Look at what happened to the Hausa people. Look at Turkey. We have Corinthians. This is a Muslim country. Look at Iran of those days. Look at Afghanistan. Look at what is happening. Christian communities, Sikh killings. Christian communities are being killed by the day. And the JSS will tell us that you should defend yourself with what? See, sometimes I want to get mad if I'm talking about Nigeria, because most times there are things that does not make sense. The things we hear do not make sense. I'm telling you. So is it good that we support a Samonekpa to come back with his or Nnamdi Kanu? Is the Enugu state governor telling us that Nnamdi Kanu ESN is much more functional than his government? Somebody say if they release Nnamdi Kanu, nobody will listen to Southeast governors again. And we are waiting. Nnamdi Kanu says that he's going to come out by April. Then you will see true leadership. People don't care who you are. So far, you show that you are concerned about the plight of the people, and you show workings. The governors are not showing workings. Let's exempt Alex Otti for now. The governor is not showing working. Why would people not put their faith in Nnamdi Kanu? People are going. People are dying. The governor is not showing concern. We are not seeing the concern. Okay, you are showing concern. You are working behind the scene. Your behind the scene is not working. No accountability to the people. Nothing. And these Fulani guys are advancing. This is what happened with the Ibadan, Oshogbo, and Fulani in 1840. Some people were captured. Yes, after the Fulani systematically captured and made Ilorin their territory, they sacked the old Oyo Empire in 1835, 1636, or 1836, 1835-1836. They sacked the old Oyo Empire. They were still not satisfied with their victory. They wished to extend their rule deep into the heart of Yoruba land. Thus, in 1840, they set to capture Oshogbo, a Yoruba town. The Fulanis, under the commander of Ali, the Hausa Balogun of Ilorin, laid siege on Oshogbo. When the king of Oshogbo realized that the Ilorins were too strong for the Oshogbo army, he summoned the Ibadans for help. Ibadan immediately sent some auxiliaries to Oshogbo under the command of Obele alias Mobiton and Alade Abim Agun. Okay, let's move on. Fast forward. The Ibadan won. After strategic, they could not face the Ilorin horses, so they decided to attack at dusk. So from dusk, the Ilorin people could not withstand the smoke of Ibadan gunfire. They decided to attack at dusk when the Ilorins could no longer be able to use their horses. About 2 p.m., the well-prepared Ibadan army left the gate of Oshogbo for the battlefield. They were to keep a strict watch and arrest anyone suspected to be a spy. I'm moving to, yes, the attack was a success for the Ibadan. Some Ilorin war chiefs were captured in the attack. Some Ilorin war chiefs were captured in the attack. The prominent ones were 4 people were captured. 2 of them were Yoruba. 2 of them were the Northerners. So the Fulani systematically found a way of using the native people, to attack their people. The way the colonial masters of the British and whoever, the French, found a way of using blacks to enslave blacks. So the first person, Jimba, the head slave of the emir, one of the sons of Ali, the commander-in-chief. Then the Yoruba people, Chief Lateju, Ajikobo, the Yoruba Balogun of Ilorin. These were the 4 people that were captured after Ibadan had success. They captured some people, and these 2 Northerners, 2 Yorubas. So they use your leaders against you. They use your leaders to enslave you. How do they do it? They control the system. They control the system. So our Igbo leaders, our Southern leaders are being used against us. If you see what Benin people were talking about, Edo people were talking about the Edo State governor. I mean, they say the governor, no be man, he's supposed to go join court. They're supposed to mend down, strong. They're supposed to, before our hand, you're supposed to join court, make them mend down. What did the Yoruba people do to this, in quotes, people that were used to fight against their own people? What did the Yorubas do? They released the Northerners and they executed Chief Lateju and Ajikobo, the Yoruba Balogun of Ilorin. You can see the scenario. You can see how these our southern governors or some of our leaders are functioning as these Chief Lateju and Ajikobo of Yoruba, the Yoruba Balogun of Ilorin, they are used against the people. That's why if a Nnamdi Kanu comes out from detention, whatever, the people will not listen to the governors anymore. It is Nnamdi Kanu. So if you think that the Fulanis will stop, nothing will stop the Fulanis, because that is the world practice. Civilizations, smaller civilizations, are being swallowed up by bigger civilizations. Smaller territories are being swallowed up by bigger territories in a different way and manner. See, the world, my problem is, what does the Fulani have that other people don't have? Political power. The Fulani have political power. They have systematically placed themselves in position of power. Do the Igbo have political power in Nigeria? The ones they have in the southeast region, are they not a subsidiary of the Fulani? So the Fulani are using their political power and their influence, economic political power and their influence. They hold on to political power, economic power, especially that army. They hold on, they spread around fiercely, and they dominate. And I don't think Tinubu does not know what these people are doing. The president, I don't think he's unaware of their gimmicks, of what they are doing. I know he's well informed about their strategies. And I believe the Fulani, if they try stopping him 2007, if they allow Tinubu win that 2007, my brother, after 2007, you know that there's one reason I'm supporting Tinubu. I will not repeat myself, but I know why I'm supporting Tinubu, because this Fulani invasion is very real. The next time you see a Fulani in your farmland, you know the kind of fear that will come into your mind. If you kill, what will happen? Okay, if they encroach your land, what do you do? If you chase them away, they come, and you exchange your madness with their madness, and you chase them away. The government comes in, and most times at the end of the day, the Fulani goes scot-free. And most Enugu youths have been arrested and locked up. Youth, the young people that can stand for their community. And the government are the ones going to arrest them. Sometimes when these people are doing these things, these people that join this police force as an army, that are even from those indigenous places, don't they notice that there's a calculated attempt to weaken communities in southern Nigeria so that Fulani can take over? Don't they notice it? But yet we all do as if we are blind. We all do as if we are blind. We God help Nigerians.